For many property investors, there is always something which keeps on getting in the way of your next or even your first buy-to-let property purchase. Now, these issues tend to be familiar, I'm sure. I don't have the time to go looking for properties and carrying out viewings. What type of properties will be best to look at for my strategy, and where will be best to buy, do you think? Now, when I've found that property, how much should I be paying for that property? And when I'm looking at the figures, what sort of return on investment should I be targeting? And obviously then I've found that property. Is there a certain solicitor that I should be using, or someone you could recommend? And if works are required, who can I get to do the work that's reliable and trustworthy? Once work's complete, I need to let the property out. I need to let those tenancies managed. Who can I get to do that for me that I'll trust? What rent should I charge? Now, what do I need to do if I take on a property with tenants already in and they're renting in the property already? In addition to that, how can I make sure I'm fully up to date on the renters' rights bill that's coming? I'm sure these are all sounding familiar. Now, as we all know, no one can be a master of everything, and you need to create a power team of experts who can help you to be the successful, investor in property investment. Homemaker Properties and myself have worked with many property investors over the years who required guidance in finding properties, purchasing those properties, refurbishing them, furnishing them, letting and manage them, and obviously then maintaining them as well. It was obviously on their, key thing was they're making those properties fit their strategy. With over 14 years experience with investment properties in Coventry and surrounding areas, we are able to help investors like you with our ever-growing knowledge and expertise to achieve great returns for yourself. Now, we want to be able to help you to be as successful as you possibly can be, and this is why we created the VIP Bespoke Property Sourcing Service. Now, as a property investor, you have all bases covered from start to finish in working with Homemaker and myself. These are going to be allowing you to make educated decisions on proposed properties without needing to spend time finding the properties, obviously going out on viewings and all the other tasks that are actually involved in the property investment process. For the initial stage, you'll be working directly with myself with many success stories to share, and I want to add you to this success list. Take a look at our case studies showing some of the properties which have been sourced over the years. Now, as a property investor, you may look at money paid out as your only cost if you're trying to do everything yourself. However, consider this: how much time would be spent doing things from the start of the property investment journey all the way to the finish? Now, if you were to pay yourself a reasonable rate per hour for all of those hours spent, how much would this equate to? An awful lot, I'm sure. Now, consider the time, searching online, the journey to viewings, the conversations with estate agents, the mistakes made. I hope no one makes any, but unfortunately they do happen. And all of these things soon add up. Now, the next thing to consider is the negotiation skills I will be using with my contacts in the marketplace to get you the best price. Now, whether this be an off-market property or an open market property with my industry contacts that I have, I want to get you the best price and the best return on investment that we can get. Now, in working with experts throughout the process, think of the time that's saved and obviously the cost of this time, as well as the proof of past success of other investors who have worked with Homemaker and myself. Now, to start the ball rolling, very, very simple. You need to book a free call with myself to discuss your current situation and what your aims are. Now, I must emphasise there is a limited amount of investors that I can work with at any one time. So click on the below link to book a call directly into my diary. I look forward to speaking to you and making your property investment journey a great success.